Most people want a simple answer to anxiety. The truth is that there is no single magic pill. What I wanted to know is which natural tools actually move the needle when you try them consistently. I tested a set of everyday anxiety tools for 30 days, and I am sharing the honest results. I will tell you what helped me the most, what failed, and the surprises. A quick note before we start is about safety. If you have heart problems, a pacemaker, or epilepsy, check with your clinician before trying electrical stimulators or dramatic cold exposure. Also, be gentle with anything that makes you feel lightheaded. Okay, let's get into how I ran this test. On day 0, I logged a baseline. I used a simple subjective scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is totally calm and 10 is completely overwhelmed. My baseline morning anxiety across the week before the experiment averaged 6.8. I tracked 2 kinds of outcomes. First, I recorded the immediate response after each tool during an induced spike. Second, I tracked baseline over 30 days by taking a short written rating each morning. I also kept notes on side effects, tolerability, and how realistic each practice felt for normal life. Here are the tools I tested daily or regularly for 30 days. I focused on practical, low-tech approaches and one device. The tools are slow breathing, the physiological sigh, movement resets, cold exposure, short, structured routines, social regulation, stimulation with pulsetto, and lifestyle basics like sleep and caffeine control. I also tried a couple of small experiments like ear massage and upper cervical glides. Tool 1 is slow, diaphragmatic breathing. How I practiced it is 10 minutes in the morning plus 2-minute reset sessions whenever I felt a spike. The breathing cadence I used most often is to inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 8 seconds. The immediate response is strong. On day 1, my anxiety dropped from 7 to 3 within 90 seconds. Over 30 days, the baseline shifted from 6.8 to 4.8. The pattern I noticed is that the breathing is the fastest, most reliable single tool for immediate calming. It is low risk, portable, and you can do it sitting at a desk. The downside is that it requires a little focus, and it is less useful when you are extremely overwhelmed or exhausted. Tool 2 is the physiological sigh. This is a quick double inhale through the nose followed by one long exhale. I used it as an emergency reset when my heart started racing. Immediate results are impressive. In several acute spikes, the physiological sigh gave me a 1 to 1.5 reduction within 30 to 60 seconds. Over 30 days, it did not change my morning baseline much because it is a rapid patch rather than a habit builder. My take is that the sigh is the best micro tool for sudden panic surges. Tool 3 is the movement reset. I stood up, shook my arms for 20 seconds, rolled my shoulders, and did 15 bodyweight squats at a comfortable pace. I used movement at least 5 days a week and also as a reset during spikes. Immediate effects are strong. After the bout of movement, my anxiety often dropped by a full point, and my breathing became deeper naturally. Over 30 days, my baseline moved from 6.8 to about 5.2 when I combined movement with breathing. Movement feels powerful because it is complete as a stress cycle physically and gives your brain a signal that the body moved and the threat is handled. Tool 4 is cold exposure. I did short face splashes and finishing cold showers of 30 to 60 seconds 3 times a week. The face splash triggers the diving reflex and gives an immediate jolt, followed by a calming wave. In my tests, the cold face splash was the fastest single technique for a sudden spike. It dropped my anxiety about 1 to 1.5 points instantly. The full body cold showers had mixed results. Some days they left me energized and more resilient. Other days they bumped my adrenaline and made me feel wired. Over 30 days, the average baseline improved only slightly when I combined cold exposure with breathing and sleep. The main takeaway is that a short local cold to the face or neck is a useful emergency tool. Full cold exposure requires a careful titration and is not universally helpful. Tool 5 is a simple structured routine. I built a 2-minute desk clear, 3-minute task writing, and a 25-minute focus block into my workday every morning. This is not glamorous, but it is powerful. This routine lowered my background cognitive load, and over 30 days, my morning baseline shifted from 6.8 to about 4.5 when I consistently used this routine. Structure signals safety to the nervous system, and it reduces low-level anxiety that is driven by scattered tasks and unfinished business. Tool 6 is social regulation. I recorded short voice messages to a single trusted friend or family member on stressful days, and I answered the odd supportive text. The contact was normal and not therapy. The surprising thing is that even minor, safe social connection softened stress. Immediately after a short voice message, my anxiety often dropped by half a point, and it felt like a warmer, steadier calm. After 30 days, social regulation added a small but meaningful boost to my baseline mood and motivation. It is low cost and underused. Tool 7 is Pulsetto. I used Pulsetto according to the manufacturer's guidelines for 10 minutes daily at a low, comfortable intensity, targeting the neck area where the vagus nerve runs. What I felt was a gentle pulsing and a mild warming sensation on the side of my neck. The device was comfortable and easy to integrate into my morning routine. Immediate effects were moderate. In single-session spikes, Pulsetto lowered my anxiety from about 7 to about 5.5. That is a real reduction, but it was slightly less than the strongest breath work and movement responses. The combination that worked best was using Pulsetto after a 2-minute diaphragmatic breathing exercise. That pairing felt more calming than the device alone. My honest verdict on Pulsetto is that it is a useful adjunct. It is well made, comfortable to wear, easy to use, and it helped me during the month trial. It did not replace breathing or movement, but it added a consistent physical cue through the neck stimulation that helped me focus and relax, especially on days when I was tired. I also tested a few low-tech manual approaches. Ear massage and a gentle upper cervical glide gave fast, subtle relief for neck tension and jaw tightness. Those techniques are low risk and worth trying as complements. Gargling and isolated neck squeezing had little consistent effect on the baseline anxiety and felt more like distractions than tools. Now let us talk about failures and surprises. The biggest failure is that anything that ignores sleep and caffeine has limited payoff. On days I slept 5 hours or had multiple strong coffees, no amount of breathing erased the jittery baseline. Sleep quality and caffeine management moved my baseline more than any single tool. Cold, full-body immersion was another mixed result. It helped on some days, but raised my heart rate and anxiety on others when my body was already stressed. That taught me that context matters. A tool is not good or bad. A tool interacts with your sleep, nutrition, and life stress. Here's how I would rank the tools after 30 days. For immediate relief, the physiological sigh and cold face splash are top choices. For sustained baseline improvement, slow diaphragmatic breathing and a consistent simple routine are the winners. Movement is both immediate and cumulative and is underrated. Pulsetto is a positive adjunct and is especially useful when you want a passive, tactile anchor, but it is not a replacement for active breath work or sleep hygiene. Practically speaking, this is what I would recommend if you want to try a 30-day plan. Start with baseline tracking. Write your morning anxiety number each day. Do 10 minutes of slow diaphragmatic breathing every morning for the month. Use the physiological sigh when the spikes happen. Add a daily 5 to 10 minute movement reset. Create a 2-minute morning desk routine with 3 tasks and a focus block. Protect sleep and reduce caffeine after midday. If you want an additional support, try Pulsetto for 10 minutes after breathing to see if the tactile cue helps you. Track changes and adjust. A few final thoughts are worth emphasizing. These are not miracle cures. Consistency is the factor that matters most. Doing a little bit each day compounds. Also, individual differences are big. What worked best for me might be different for you. The goal is to build a personal toolkit so you have options in the moment and habits that raise resilience over time. If you try any of this, please share what you notice. Thanks for watching and for experimenting with me. Be gentle with yourself and remember that the small daily signals of safety are what teach your nervous system to come back to calm.